Hello and welcome to the Berkcast, the How to Train Your Dragon podcast. I almost
That's right.
forgot how to make this
We're
intro.
back, ladies and
I,
gentlemen, and we're here to talk
yeah,
about the best How to Train Your Dragon show ever. Riders of Berk?
and
Nah.
we,
Defenders of Berk? Get out of here. Race to the Edge? Ain't nothing. We're here to talk about DreamWorks Dragons, the Nine Realms.
Boy,
and as you can tell, with me, our Wolf, who destroyed my intro for the first time in 5 years, and
that
Ian
joke.
is here too.
That one joke.
I
What is?
I,
What?
I don't know why I got invited because we're talking about the Nine Realms apparently.
No, we are not, because that's not out yet at the time of this recording. No, we are talking about, let's be honest, this also came kind of out of nowhere. It was announced that Rescue Riders is getting a Race to the Edge equivalent
Listen.
on Peacock.
You have no.
With hero.
You have no idea how tempted I am since we've met you. We're here to talk about Rescue Riders, ladies and gentlemen, just to be clear, but you have no idea how tempted I am just to make the title of this video, the Berkcast episode whatever, DreamWorks Dragons, Nine Realms, sneak preview, question mark?
Preview? Or some theory about how Rescue Riders is connected to the Nine Realms.
No, just DreamWorks Dragons, Nine Realms, sneak preview, question mark?
Well,
Send
people would be
all the hate mails. Send
No, I mean-
all the hate mails to this asshole.
Guess what?
I only see positives. I
YouTube
only
stole
see
your
positives.
dislike button, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They'll never
Oh,
know.
yeah. Just saying. Nobody will know it's a fake video because you can't see the dislikes anymore. So
And I
only
hear
see a
you,
win-win.
I hear you comments, I hear you crying out, but we can type in the comments, people will know. I can delete those.
Or just
For
disable
the love
them.
of God.
Listen,
We are
HC,
not
listen.
even.
Some people want to help the world. Some people want to see the world burn. There's a third group out there too, though, that many people don't mention. That group just wants to sow their small amount of meaningless chaos, but chaos nonetheless. It's me.
We
I'm the third
didn't
group.
even get to the general thoughts, and Wolf is already making this about the freaking Illuminati. What is happening?
I mean, hey.
The Illuminati does bad things. Those of us who sow small,
Let's
meaninless
not
chaos
open this closet.
are just here to annoy you.
I mean, I feel like DreamWorks TV at this point is in the third category as well.
I agree. And that's why Rescue Riders is my favorite show. That it gets me.
Okay,
Oh,
I'm looking forward to your opinion on the Nine Realms then when it comes in.
Yeah.
I'll be interested.
With all of that said, though, DreamWorks Dragons Rescue Riders Heroes of the Sky is here. And with the exception of an announcement that it's moving to Peacock, where in the hell did that season come from? It came out of nowhere.
Honestly,
there was no
I was browsing through my Google feed and I just saw a video of it and I was like, oh, that's out. Oh, that's out. I just sent it to you.
Yeah,
I
I
was
was
like,
like, wait,
that's
it's
a season.
out? What?
It came from DreamWorks realizing, whoa, we have some extra Rescue Riders episodes. And then
Yeah,
someone
it's like,
shrugged
wasn't
and
it
someone
a
said,
season? It was only 6 episodes.
let's point out,
the normal
though.
season on Netflix.
Let's point
on Netflix,
out.
It was
The
it was
intro,
on Netflix,
the
right?
intro theme has
Yeah.
like 4 scenes that we've not even seen yet. Like
Yeah,
I counted them.
I
There's
was
4
about to say-
scenes
I
that
was
like
about to-
would be at least 4 more episodes worth that don't even appear up in the show thus far. So I assume
I
we're
was
getting 4 to
actually-
6 more episodes.
Was
I
that in the
there's a girl
Netflix series?
character.
No, none of those were.
No, actually, that's a good time. If we are gonna compare and contrast by this point, the Netflix seasons and the specials for that record, they have this it's the same theme song, but for the Netflix seasons, it was
Everybody
all
needs a
original
hero.
animation. It was all original animation, and with this, it's like some of that original animation remains, but then they also replace it with clips from the episodes. Some of those
Yeah.
are not in the 6 episodes you are going to see in this new season, which kind of implies we are getting more Rescue Riders, but also spoilers? Question
It's a
mark?
little strange they didn't keep the original animation, to be honest. I mean, the only thing they had to do is just stick Heroes of the Sky under the main title
Yeah.
card, and that
Which
was it.
honestly I can
That's
do.
too much
I can do in
work.
PowerPoint. Yeah, I can do this in
They still
PowerPoint.
did that though.
Yeah, but
Why did they change it?
Because
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a fair point.
Listen.
new streaming service.
Listen, you don't get it. As an anime fan, I get this, right? Anime always does the whole, hey, we need to have scenes from future episodes in the intro theme playing. That way
Yeah.
people like get an idea of the show, and that's what they're doing. Poorly,
Yeah, but at the same
very
time,
poorly, but that's what they're doing.
But at the same time, there are things like there's a scene where like there's another girl who appears to be in Deck and Layla's age, and it's like, oh, we're getting like a third human rescue rider, and then it's like, yeah, she's not anywhere in this season. It's like, wait a minute, then why? Did they switch the 9 Realms footage?
So we can confirm that there's going to be a 4th season, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty
You've
damn
heard it here
obvious at this
first on the
point.
Berkcast.
Hiccup's great granddaughter.
Please
That's how we link
don't-
back to the
please-
main How to Train Your Dragon series. Because we've
Okay.
already
Please do not. I just want to say, do not quote us in your paper. You're gonna get an F.
Oh, do.
Well, that's
Absolutely do.
not-
It'll go
Do.
well for
Yes,
you.
for sure. Just cite the
It'll-
source, Berkcast. I'm sure we're a reliable source of any information.
With that said, so new season of Rescue Riders, we had 2, and then there were 3 specials. A whole year after the last special, we got this new season. And general thoughts, Ian, want to start? Non-spoilers.
Yeah, just same old kind of happy-go-lucky kind of stuff. It not very story heavy, also not very not story heavy. Yeah, just same things as the other seasons.
Wolf.
That was the
Yeah,
spoken
next.
equivalent of a shrug. I mean,
I still enjoyed watching it.
oh no, that's fair. Like it's fun. I think I've said this before and I'll continue to say it, right? You know, absolutely we sit down and we watch shows where I'm looking for, hey, another food analogy here from the Berkcast and Wolf. We sit down and watch shows where I want a meal. So I'm going to sit down and watch a show where I'm going to get a meal. I don't know, whatever you think of what a meal might be as far as shows go. Maybe Game of Thrones. That worked out well until the end. The appetite, the dessert wasn't great for that one. Anyways, food analogies here with the Berkcast and Wolf. They work really well. This is what I call a snack show. Sometimes you don't want a full-up meal. You just want a show where I just want a snack, whether it's good or bad. Doesn't have to mean much. It's just something to enjoy for a bit. This is one of those snack shows. It's a snack show for kids, and arguably, you can get into the conversation that, kids deserve better, right? They're smart. They're not stupid. They get stuff. They can understand a lot of stuff. Kids do. I know it's hard to believe, but kids do. And they deserve better than this show. But at the same time, kids, also enjoy their snack shows too. And sometimes they don't want stuff that's more meaningful and things like that. This is that. And that's perfectly fine. And honestly, I'm okay with that. We got more of that.
To give credit to the crew on Rescue Riders, this isn't the stupidest kids show either.
No, it's better than most. Like, there's a lot of stuff out there that's very pandering. And this doesn't do that, right?
That's much.
I haven't seen that show, but from what I've heard, Paw Patrol, this ain't. It's better.
But it's. I'm personally.
Do you want to do an episode on Paw Patrol versus Rescue Riders?
We totally could.
Season of that now.
The only point I'm gonna give Paw Patrol over this is that Lin-Manuel Miranda sang the theme song for that to his kid. There's no arguing with that. That's Lin-Manuel fucking Miranda. He's a genius, and everything he does is wonderful. So yeah.
But I thought the theme song of Paw Patrol was literally just saying the name over and over again.
It is, but if Lin-Manuel Miranda sings it, there you go.
Okay. Yeah, no. That immediately makes the theme song better than Rescue Riders, where there's actual lyrics.
There you go.
No.
There you go.
Nah, Lin-Manuel Miranda, sing the Rescue Riders theme, or you are just not cool anymore. Get out of here.
Just, yeah.
You are diminished in
I
my view
want to
until
go-
you sing the Rescue Riders theme, Lin-Manuel Miranda.
Yeah.
Come at me.
Basically.
If I
Beef
may quote
with
him as
Lin-Manuel
Alexander
Miranda.
Hamilton, you must be out of your goddamn mind. But
We're gonna
that
start.
was my
That's
humble
right.
reference for the-
Random podcast show that gets maybe a couple of views is out here trying to start beef with Lin-Manuel Miranda. Let's go.
Hey, I'm just saying, the Rescue Riders episodes, man, they go sky high.
But I mean,
I've not watched
Anyway.
Hamilton. I've not watched Hamilton, and I will only watch Hamilton if he sings the Rescue Riders theme.
Or if I tell you to a chair and force
Ian
you,
gets it.
because everyone needs to see Hamilton.
No.
never
The-
gonna
the
watch
only
until
way
you
gonna-
sing the Rescue Riders theme, Lin-Manuel
Just
Miranda.
saying.
Anyway,
Step up.
so non-spoiler card.
I'm glad to see us get a show again and not a special. Personally.
Yeah,
That's true.
that's true. Now, here's my thing. Overall, this is well Rescue Riders. If you like Rescue Riders, you're going to enjoy it just fine.
Mhm.
And you're gonna like it just fine. And in terms of it's a kiddie show, there are much more pandering and roasting for kids out there than this. Kids can watch it, it won't treat them like idiots, and it can, like Wolf said, it's fun, it's perfectly normal to have a snack show that you can just watch, not overthink about it, and have fun with it. The problem comes though when this season tries to do more than just a snack show. And all of a sudden, it's starting to actually give you lore and give you renovations and stand on its own compared to the original How to Train Your Dragon. And then they just don't do anything with it. And
Okay, I see where you're
and
going.
and we'll get to this more in the spoiler part, but I am so sick, and we just talked about this in the Outcast too. I am so sick of those shows that like give you this taste, but then they don't do anything with that taste until the next season. I am so done with this. And it's like, if you're gonna do it, do it. Why do you think that the first season of something, I know it's a third season, but go with me here, since new streaming service, why do they keep thinking that the first season needs to be all the build up and the boring stuff? And like, we are promise you that we're gonna do something later, but for now we are just gonna take it easy and tease you. It's like, move along. And
I mean,
especially, something.
do you have an example of a... Go ahead. I'll wait.
I just want to say though that if it is aimed at kids, and then you don't need to spoon feed the kids with so much exposition to something they're able to get right away. And again, we'll go more into details in the spoiler section, but I just think I don't think it's entertaining for kids to just be built up. Kids need to get to the stuff they came to see. And if it's supposed to be a snack show, then it works for the most part. But when it tries to be more, it doesn't work as well, if you ask me.
Hey, you speak of shows though that, shows shouldn't. Why do shows always do the build-up thing and like, we'll get to it in another season? We're just gonna tease you a little bit. But honestly, what shows have you seen that don't do that? Or at the very least, do you have an example? What example would you give of a show that does it extremely well, in your opinion?
You know what? I'll say Race to the Edge. It gives you stuff.
I'm going to make the argument that Race to the Edge is just season 3 of the DreamWorks Dragons TV show.
Okay, but hear me out.
And 4 and 5 and 6 and 7.
Yeah.
Yes, but so I want you to give me an example of a season 1 of a show.
Okay, season 1 then. Okay, you know what? Then retract that. Riders of Belk. It's a first season out of an 8 seasons show, and the first season, while it does take some building up and reintroduce you to the franchise after the movie, it gives you arcs. It gives you stuff that happens. And
I'm
when the
going to
first
argue
season
that Riders
ends,
of Berk.
wait. When the first season
God.
ends, it feels like we actually went through something. We saw new things. We learned more things about this world. We met new characters. Some characters went through some changes. Some did this, some learned that. When the first season of Riders of Berk ended, I felt like, okay, I'm satisfied-ish. I want to see where this keeps going.
I'm going to argue that Riders of Berk is How to Train Your Dragon, the movie 1.5. Give me a season 1 of a show.
Okay, iZombie. There's a lot of build-up in that show, but you know what? They play with the concept. They don't just tease you with the concept they're introducing. And when the first season ends, despite it having a cliffhanger setting up for season 2, it closes the story it tried to tell.
Okay, no, that's fair. All right, no, fair.
So
all my answers to your satisfaction.
Yes,
I'm coming in from a completely different angle. What show didn't do that episode from episode? And now, with streaming, with episodes all being released at once, why wouldn't they do it in between seasons? Because otherwise you could just immediately skip to the next episode.
But that's another thing, though. When the entire season is released at once, and without this goes, these 6 episodes is all you're getting for like another half a year, maybe even a year. And by the point the next one comes up, I'm just moved on to other things. I don't care what you're building up to anymore. I would only watch it because we need to do a podcast about it.
Game of Thrones.
Never watched Game of Thrones, not planning to.
Well, okay, but that was kind of the
plan
thing.
to.
Well,
one
then again,
day,
that was
maybe.
Also, yeah, that was also televised, so that is not a great comparison.
But
I'll only
back
watch Game
to-
of Thrones, George R.R. Martin, if you write the next book. I'm putting you on blast too, dude.
Honestly, I thought you were gonna say if you write an episode of Rescue Riders or something. Like that.
Yeah, George R.R. Martin, write an episode of Rescue Riders. Let's go. I'm putting you on blast too. You and Lin-Manuel Miranda. Let's go. I'll fight you both.
If you aren't gonna sing Rescue Riders, we'll write an episode.
I'll never read the next book or watch the show,
guys,
George R.R. Martin.
Guys, I just realized George R.R. What does the R.R. stand for? Rescue Riders.
George Rescue Riders Martin. Holy shit, we've blown it open.
Oh shit! Now this is some Illuminati stuff.
Rescue Riders is behind it all.
Oh damn! Rescue Riders is ruling the world.
This is what you get when the Berkcast reviews Rescue Riders, ladies and gentlemen. This is what you get.
My God.
Chaos.
That is one big theory.
That
isn't even third category anymore. That's second category kind of chaos.
Do we even need to continue the episode after that?
Yes, we do, because I have a genuine question.
Okay.
What do you think about the switch to Peacock?
I'd say that, obviously Universal is the IP owner now because they own DreamWorks and everything, and Peacock is their streaming service. So in that sense, I get it.
We should answer. Do you think Peacock is worth getting for Rescue Riders?
But now, considering Peacock isn't available in some parts of the world,
most parts.
Looks around, I'd say it's a bit more of a problem because it's not available to a lot of people. At the end of the day,
there's
it's
other
another
places
streaming
besides
service.
the United States? What?
Yes.
What? Yeah, because apparently they did expand to the UK and Ireland. So apparently there are other parts.
Oh, that's just second US.
The UK is still second US.
No, they are second US. They're not second to the US. They are just second US.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant.
I'm sure
That's
there's
what I meant.
UK folks that are definitely not going to get mad.
Anyway,
Somewhere a British man is seething. More so
we're
than
never gonna
usual.
have British guests anymore. No, I mean,
It's
the thing with
a good thing
the thing,
you're Dutch, isn't it, Ian?
yeah, I mean, I live next to them, so I definitely agree. But no, the thing is, and the Netherlands is just a third US.
No, you're
But
better than us.
oh, we're better. I'm glad. But no, the whole switch to Peacock. I mean, I watched it on very legally on my own Peacock. But yeah, it's I always found it weird how they keep it exclusive to one country because I always feel like it's just shooting yourself in the foot, especially with a kid show.
Yeah,
Because
agreed.
I mean, there's lots of choice in the US anyways, and if you're not gonna with specific shows, I'm like, okay, I mean, sure, maybe releasing to the US first doesn't matter that much for your audience, but for a kid show,
And especially when it's a kids show that had 2 previous seasons and 3 specials on Netflix, which is already well established worldwide.
yes.
It's so suddenly whoever watched those on Netflix and want to see what happens next, suddenly they're stuck.
The thing is, we were talking about this just a little before, but before recording, I should reiterate. But we were wondering if the first 2 seasons are even on Peacock because they're a Netflix series, they're a Netflix original. So if you're on Peacock, you see Rescue Riders, but there's no specials or episodes.
I can't believe you're
feel
going
like
to
they
call me out in the
genuinely-
show like that. I totally watched
They,
Rescue Riders on my own, very legal Peacock too. Strange how there's a lot of those.
it's weird. Why is it called Plex? Anyway,
Why is it
yeah,
called Peacock for that matter? What a name for a tangent, side tangent. Why did you name your streaming service Peacock? I get it. It's NBC. We have the little feathers thing. That's all you got? I mean, at least give all the crap you want to Netflix. At
I'll
least
be honest. If you release that website on the internet, it sounds like a whole different thing.
Thank you. Thank you. I agree. I mean, give all the crap you want to Netflix. At least they're on point with their branding. Netflix. Simple, done. You know what it is. Peacock.
Internet Flix. Yeah.
What is that?
On that note, though, I do
There's a
want
marketing
to
team
point
out there that thinks they're really
it's at
clever.
least-
You're not.
it's at least something
Calling you
original
out, too.
and not. It's at least something original and not Paramount doing Paramount Plus after Disney did
Well,
Disney
Disney
Plus.
did this.
At least,
Yeah, okay.
at least they're on brand, though. At least, like, that's
Yeah,
on brand.
but-
Disney puts their name after before everything. Disneyland,
Basically.
Disney theme
Disney
parks,
DVD.
Disney
Literally
DVDs,
DVD.
Disney,
Literally,
whatever you want it
I
to
bet
be,
that
it's
they-
Disney.
I bet they did Blu-rays as well, just Disney Blu-ray.
Yeah,
Honestly.
You want your
Right.
Disney car?
As-
You'll have those one day, too. Either way, point is, at least it's on brand for Disney, and maybe on brand for Paramount, who knows. But
I
by the way,
can't wait.
I
I
went to
can't wait to
Disneyland, so
drive
I'm like-
around in a car with Mickey Mouse ears, and whenever I hit the brakes, it goes.
God. Now that's just a horn. You're really angry at someone, it just goes.
That got me. Oh dear.
I think.
Well, that's good, right, right?
You're
Are we done
behind.
with the non-spoilers?
You're behind on your. You're behind on your car payments. Oh no. You're behind on your Disney car payments, and they send Goofy to come and collect.
Collect. I like the
From the Disney, they send Goofy from the Disney bank to come collect on your late car payments.
Otherwise, you're going into the Disney fold.
with Walt Disney's frozen head.
Oof.
You have to
I
take
mean, I
care of
feel
it and
like-
clean up after
I feel
Pluto.
like- Nah, they just sent Stitch to really mess up your house.
Oh God. Oh no, you have to
What
clean
is
up
this
after Stitch if
episode?
you get put in the Disney vault.
What is this damn episode? I
It's
can't.
Rescue Riders. This is what we do.
Oh,
Welcome.
wait, it's
Yeah,
DreamWorks,
yeah.
isn't it? Oops.
But you know
We
what?
all know there's
Ian
never going to be a
mentioned
DreamWorks
Stitch.
car. Come on.
Wait,
DreamWorks
come
is
on.
just gonna. It's just Disney, right?
Oh no,
Yeah.
no! If DreamWorks is gonna make a car, it's gonna be a Shrek car, and whenever you honk, it goes donkey.
Oh,
I'm sure that exists already, let's be honest. If it doesn't,
Probably.
someone should get on that. Same with the Mickey
Fine.
Mouse honk.
At the very least, there's a YouTube edit of the donkey one.
Oh boy.
And you know, if the guy in front of you doesn't hear the honk, if the car comes with a bunch of onions you can throw at him. Okay, that was bad. I don't
Don't
care.
want to drive downwind
Okay.
of that car.
Oh my god.
But you know,
What is
that would probably be the safest car on the road because no one would ever get behind you. Or if they
Yeah,
did get behind you,
that's
they
what-
would stay about 100 feet behind you or more.
God.
So, spoilers.
so,
thoughts for Rescue
so I guess
Spoiler
we
thoughts.
can. Yeah, I guess spoiler thoughts for Rescue Riders.
But
Evil
yeah,
of the Sky.
very quickly, if you're curious, I don't know everything that's on Peacock myself personally, but getting Peacock for just Rescue Riders is not worth it. If you have Peacock for other stuff and you're like, oh, I have some kids, let them see this, you'll have fun with it. They'll have fun with it. It'll give you a couple hours of freedom, maybe.
If you're in a country without Peacock, well, tough luck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure the US will take you over one day, so you'll get it eventually.
Well,
Yay.
you know, Disney will
forward to
eventually,
it.
you know, merge with Universal anyway. Let's be honest.
Just as the US will merge with everything else.
Yep.
The
Europe.
US will-
Europe will become US 3.
Hmm.
Anyway.
US 3? Excuse me.
Listen, the
Well,
UK's US
honestly,
2.
Let's not get into
okay.
that now. Spoiler
But they're
time.
still Europe. They might not be EU, but they're still Europe.
Fine.
For the love
US
of
3,
God,
aka
people.
EU. It's a long name, it's a
Fuck
mouthful.
you. Moving on to spoilers already.
bit.
God damn. Anyway, spoilers from this point on. If you haven't seen the new season, this is the point where you close the video if you haven't done it.
And go find your
already.
own legal Peacock
Go-
and watch.
Go watch the show and come back afterwards.
It feels weird
Three,
to say
two,
legal Peacock.
One.
Was that the best way you said it?
No, I said go get your own legal Peacock to watch it on, but it sounds weird saying legal Peacock.
Yeah.
That sounds really
sounds-
weird now that I think about it.
Legal Peacock.
Don't think too hard about
Alright.
that.
Did you come back from acquiring your legal peacock? Good.
Don't. Oh, no.
Let's talk about
This is a mostly
freaking
PG-13
six episodes.
podcast.
Mostly.
You started it by saying the F word, dude. We
That's true.
long past the PG-13 mark, but
That
anyway.
was really early.
Yeah, I forgot I have
Was
this
it-
button. I should really use this more.
I mean,
Anyway,
was it at least past 30 seconds? Because then YouTube is fine with it.
I don't care.
so episode 1, Shifters.
Who cares?
We have an interesting, a fun way to open a season, I think, and we also have a man, I forgot, Magnus, who is very not in this season, besides this episode and one other. And
Yeah,
I am
that was-
very bummed about that.
So, yeah, this episode is basically about how Guts Galore
Huts galore.
shows up when Chief Duckett isn't there.
No. There's Huts Galore HC and Guts Galore now.
All right, Guts
Yeah.
Galore is the one with the chiefess who's coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, yeah, Magnus comes in at the beginning and then says, "What? I've always been here," which is very ironic because he never shows up again.
Yeah.
But he's always there,
Uh,
though.
I
I
think
feel like
he.
I feel like they're trying to make a joke about how he wasn't in the specials, but then
Yeah.
completely forgot to write him into the rest of the episodes.
Yeah. Actually, wasn't he in the Christmas one?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was,
yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah.
It was in the Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
But okay.
This
yeah.
joke will
but
totally
you
land.
still-
Listen, Ian, this joke will totally land when we get the rest of this season. Later, at some point, maybe, possibly.
I see.
Yeah. But
that,
he's
that
still.
is the teaser.
But he's still right because I think outside of this episode, he's not really showing up in the rest of the season for whatever reason. But yeah, he's and since Chief Duggard isn't around. By the way, remember when that guy adopted Deck and Lila?
They
Yeah,
do
me neither.
They mention it like just casually. It's a very casual, like we're part of his family now, but they never call him dad or anything.
Yeah,
Though
but
they do
anyway,
call him family.
But he's not. Duggard is not around, and apparently this chiefess really needs that cup of goodwill. That's what it's called, right? And
It's a goblet.
it's a goblet. Okay, yeah, goblet of goodwill. You're right. And the thing is that Duggard is not here, but he apparently hid the goblet, but also left hints for himself how to find it, which is really in character for him to do, but also, god damn, is this guy stupid. However,
Smarter than Stoic.
hint. Shut up. But the very final clue he gives them, which is number 4, which is supposed to lead into Burple's third stomach, that was actually kind of clever. I actually thought this was pretty funny.
Honestly, when they were talking about the Dragon Diary and how rock spitters have 4 stomachs, I didn't expect that to be what do you call it? That weapon?
A Chekhov's
Foreshadowing?
gun.
Yep. Chekhov's gun, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Chekhov's gun. Okay.
Yeah.
I did say that.
I didn't
Yeah.
expect that to come back as the solution of the episode.
Well, surprise.
Yeah, I mean,
And other than that, I guess I'd call it a fun, decent season opener. It's like getting you back into the swing of things, just to get acquainted again with these characters.
Yeah,
with this,
expands out the
with this
world of
universe.
Rescue Riders a little bit, too. So.
And which, by the way, I was so sure that this was gonna end with that guy who keeps hearing the chiefess, claim that there's gonna be a war. I was sure that he's gonna rebel at some point because he was really looking forward to starting a fight with Hatzgalov.
Svengard was great. I loved him.
Yeah, but I was so sure he was gonna turn traitor at some point.
Best side character of this episode, of this season, in my opinion. He's just always, she said battle, let's go, launch, catapults, go, attack.
And I like how there's a point where
that wasn't even me.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
When Lila says it, and it's like, it's not even me.
And she even says, like, it wasn't also. And he's like, yeah, sorry about that.
I was sure he was gonna
I also
turn
love how they
traitor.
just always scream huzzah. And she's like, if we don't get the goblet, then we'll have to go to war. And they're just like, huzzah! And she's like, that's not something to huzzah.
Yeah, and it's only the same guy who does it, Svengard. It's like, that's not something to huzzah, Svengard. And he's like, oh. And just awkward stance. Sometimes there's jokes in this show, and they land really well, and this was one of them.
Sometimes.
Yep. On that note, so episode 2, Crystal Clear. Here's what I'm freaking talking about, those damn crystals.
You don't like the
Interesting
dragon
idea.
performance enhancers?
don't say that because I was biting my tongue
I've been wanting to
when
make
they
that
said
joke
that.
for a while now since I saw it. It's dragon performance enhancers is what it is.
Don't say that.
Enhances. I love it.
Making this show even more adult every minute.
I
Yeah,
love it.
yeah, the legal Peacock.
This is canon now,
But
by the way,
anyway.
ladies and gentlemen. All of your How to Train Your Dragon fan fictions, you can use this.
No.
Technically, they're connected with the whole Golden Dragon,
Mhm.
special.
They've already done it, so we know it's in the same world. And oh
Just
boy, I
saying.
can't wait to get to a later episode. I have some theories for you folks. Some
Okay,
theories.
I know
Or
what
a
you're.
theory.
But I think I know which one I'm talking about. But the thing is, but the crystals. Okay,
That's
let's
just
talk
a
about
theory,
this.
a dragon theory.
Let's talk about the crystals for a
Mhm.
second, because this is the part that I both really like, because it's something that wasn't in the original How to Train a Dragon franchise. It's something made up for this. And you know what? I'm cool with this because it allows Rescue Riders to stand more on its own, aside from this is the kiddie How to Train a Dragon. This is
They
you
have,
know
Did they have Dragon Nip already?
No. I don't
no,
I don't
not
think they've
yet,
mentioned it.
but
I don't think they have.
but you know what? I'm not only talking in terms of there are equivalents. The crystals is something that we didn't have in any part of the original franchise. So I like it that Rescue Riders has something that it can call its own. It's not Winger is not Toothless, Hatzgalor is not Berk, all of those things. The crystals is a thing that we can only attribute to Rescue Riders. And I like that.
We have Dak and Layla
And-
to attribute to Rescue Riders.
Well, but
Aren't they
you
just
can
like a
also.
Banastra?
Let's not go down that
Well-
road. These are brother and sister.
Okay, fair
but
Listen.
at the same time,
Fair enough.
We can make vague jokes about, adulty stuff
but-
in the kids show review, but we can't just, outright state it.
But at the same time, in terms of like character, I think, but maybe not. But honestly, Layla is kind of like a not fish legs in a sense.
I guess Dak is more like a not as annoying Snot Loud.
You know what? It seems a bit like a combination of Hiccup and Tough Nut. If these two somewhat
Tough Nut?
melded. Yeah,
I don't
because
know.
it's
Oh,
crazy.
that's who they're representing. Tough Nut and Rough Nut. Okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Just
His
better.
Rough Nut
Alright,
was
that's
smart,
them.
yeah. But
That's them.
anyway,
But
Fair
better.
enough.
But better.
But so again,
Because Rescue
back
Riders
to
is better.
the back to the point. So
Rough Nut and
the
Tough
crystals,
Nut, but in an alternate universe.
yeah.
Okay.
But again, so we have the crystals, and it's a fun idea that Rescue Riders can call its own. It's not replacing anything. That's good. And I also like the idea that there's a crystal that weakens them, a crystal that makes them stronger, and it comes in, in various ways, like cutter spikes, not
Well, we
running
should say,
out,
like, that's
and-
something that happens in the next episode where, well, the rest, we find out in the next episode, I believe, where we get, in this episode, we're given more crystals, and we find in the next episode that some of the other crystals do
And
things
that's
as well.
that leads
That's
us
actually
to my
2 episodes in.
Yeah.
Or
That's
4.
Yeah.
That leads us to my problem, that we are getting introduced to this concept, which is kind of cool. And then in a later episode, well, we are learning more about it with a different kind of crystal. And then halfway through that episode, we just drop it, and this is never brought up again. The main thing I could attribute to Rescue Riders, and an idea I legit found kind of cool, is not even relegated to half of this season. That is what I'm talking about with, why are you teasing us with this? Why don't we do something with this? Because this is interesting. This is kind of fun. Let's have fun.
They've done stuff with the crystals this season. Like 2 episodes.
When?
2 episodes after this one.
2 episodes after this one. And that thing they do with the 2 episodes in, we'll get to it, that disappears halfway through the episode and never brought up again.
Well,
And two, this is 2 episodes out of a 6 episode season. So again, we are not even using this for half the season.
I mean,
So
you do have to.
excuse me if I find this underwhelming.
They use it.
They use it in episode 4 for snooping around for Cutter's super
Again, that's
size.
it though. That's it. There's nothing more of it.
And then we have the Crystal's introduction in Crystal Clear, and that's it, unfortunately. And I do get where you're
in 1 episode after this.
I get where you're coming from, but also that's kind of a norm with kids shows or kid shows aimed at a younger audience, where hey, we'll introduce a concept, we'll have a little bit of fun with it, we'll bring it back up once, maybe twice, and then that's it. We're moving on. Arguably,
I get it,
but kids
again,
deserve better than that, and they do. But
this goes back to, again, maybe it's a pet peeve of mine. I don't know, but like,
it's a fair pet peeve, though.
Stop with like taking things. You know what? No, you introduce something. Let us actually explore it. Let's do something with this. Let's actually explore the possibilities this can create. But no, we just go back to regular shenanigans after that, honestly, episode and a half.
And also, it is fair to mention, like we did say, there's at least 4 scenes in the intro that we've not even seen yet in these episodes or in past episodes. Like, we have no idea where they come from or if they're going to come out later or anything as of right now. So it is worth mentioning. We might get more of that, but we just don't know. So as of right now, we have to judge it off of what we have. And what we have is just the episode where it's introduced, 1 episode where it's brought back up at the beginning of the episode, has a little bit of meaning, and then immediately drops off for the main story, I guess you would say, of that episode.
So, yeah, I've quickly searched it up as well. And normally the Netflix seasons are also 12 episodes, not 6. So I feel like it might have also just been split into 2 different release dates, maybe.
I feel that too, yeah.
At the very least, we know we're getting potentially 4 more episodes.
I wonder if it's a Peacock thing,
which will make
because apparently, apparently 9 Realms is also gonna be 6 episodes, and that's gonna. So is it like a Peacock thing, or is it just a split thing?
They might have just wanted it out as soon as possible just to get Peacock going. To be honest.
Yeah, because Peacock is a new streaming service, and they need to get viewers and people interested in things like that to see if the service is worth continuing. It's probably not, let's be honest.
Yeah. Just go back to Netflix,
I mean, yeah. Or, any other streaming service that's already established. We don't need another one, to be honest.
Weren't they a stakeholder in Hulu?
I think so. I don't know.
I think in some parts it is, yeah.
So, but yeah.
Strange. I mean, same for Disney, really. I mean, they're a stakeholder in Hulu as well, but I guess that is
Disney's a whole stakeholder in everything. What does Disney not own or have a hand in at this point?
I kind of think that Hulu is kind of a failed experiment at this point.
Our corporate overlords
Hulu was supposed to be like... Hulu was supposed to be this media company, let's all get together and make a streaming platform and all be a stakeholder.
But that was going to work.
Failed when Disney got the majority of it and then decided, nah, we want to run.
Yeah, what was the point?
I don't know.
Disney, we make smart decisions because we're not behind.
Yeah.
You're just too fast. But
anyway, this is all about
that.
So
I get where you're coming from, but it's and no offense. I mean, full agreement. It is not a bad pet peeve to have. Like, I think it's justifiable. It's just not one I personally have, but I get where you're coming from. And
that's fair too.
I might be more critical in a show that I personally care more about. But this one's...
Excuse me, do you not care about Rescue Riders?
Considering he does say it's his favorite show ever, I'm like, someone is very sus here.
Yeah, what the hell?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on.
Listen,
I thought we were rescue buddies.
I am totally willing to start beef with George R.R. Martin and Lin-Manuel Miranda if they don't do something with Rescue Riders. So I
You are
stand
not
behind
gonna-
Rescue Riders.
You just said you do not care. You lie. Good
You did just
for
say you didn't care that much, which did hurt
Anyway.
me. I'll be honest.
Mhm.
I never said I wasn't a hypocrite.
But yeah, Crystal
Yeah.
Claw was
Don't meet
an
your
episode that was
heroes.
very much.
Yeah, this isn't a. But again, it was an episode, but it also, again, I like this concept. I like this idea that there are crystals that can impact the dragon's abilities, and they can do interesting stuff with it. I feel the episode tried to, but it also kind of like it felt convenient. It's like, oh, we need to fly out of here.
Yeah.
But, oh no,
The-
we have the
episode.
That's actually the red crystals like impacting the dragon shot. I can understand. But the flight
It
is
doesn't
where I'm like,
impact their
what?
flight. The cave
the-
was
it-
too
it-
small
Yeah.
for them to fly in and be able to get out.
Oh,
this
out.
is the best
Yeah.
and also this is the best episode in this season because Winger keeps getting shit on, and I love it.
Okay, yeah, I can see.
Fuck
why you're
Winger, but that's another story.
Oh my god.
I
Damn.
mean, you
strong
can say it all
feelings.
you want, but he is better Toothless. Toothless is the wannabe. Toothless is wannabe Winger, and we all know it.
Winger is fucking
Mhm.
cursed, and whoever knows why, including Ian, knows why. Let's move on.
Whoops.
So, episode 4 is snooping around, or no, episode 3, How I Met Your Summer. Haha, clever name.
Okay, clever name. Also,
Oh, I just got that.
Although
this is
your implications behind it, a little weird.
Yeah, that's especially with the reason. Stuff.
Anyway,
Anyway.
this episode needed to be like a flashback of Deck and Lila's late father before he died or whatever happened to their parents, sitting them down, from a POV shot, and it's like, so kids, this is how I met your mom, and then Summer comes in and kills them.
Dark.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
We're a kids.
this
We're
episode
reviewing
doesn't-
a kids show. HC. Christ,
So
tone it down.
basically,
We
they're
can make
in
all of
an
the
FML.
and they're
innuendo
reminiscing
jokes we want here, but tone it
about
down.
Okay.
Layla met Summer.
Anyway, so the episode itself, again, one of those. This is interesting because it implies, we do know that Agro, joined in later because she joined in the middle of season 1.
Mhm.
So, but then we also know that Deck and Layla may have grown up with dragons, but they only knew Winger at the start.
Yeah, this
And
was.
they met the others later, and it's like, okay, you know what? Let's go with it. This is actually kind of interesting. That we have a backstory to how they met up with Summer, and again showing that they grew close as time went on. They weren't a team from the start. They just had to find each other as things went along. I like it, but again, it's just that there's this kind of studio meddling that's like Burple need to keep joking about stuff,
Oh God.
or have these stupid jokes, and it's like
Can
some
we-
point I am just done with those, and I'm like, is the kid voicing him connected to one of the producers or something,
Can we?
and he needs them in there? It's why does he keep talking? You did the joke 5 times.
I feel like they
Five!
flanderized Burple because I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Burple just got
completely.
annoying this season.
No,
this season
Burple
he was really, really bad.
Like,
no,
not
he
trying to be
was
mean to the voice
unbearable.
actor, but man, Burple was annoying.
No,
like, it's always
I'm
a
sure-
comment
I'm sure
and
it's
him
a-
just being clueless all the time, and that's his character. That's it. Not getting it.
Yeah.
It's just
And again, no offense to the kid. I'm sure he's a talented kid, and I hope nothing but the best in his future endeavors in his career. But fuck, this is not a
Jesus,
good
alright.
role for him.
I mean, Burple was always the clueless kind of dragon already.
but it
in
never
this season,
felt like
especially.
they
It was
were-
bad.
yeah, it never
Yeah,
felt
from
this
this
bad,
episode
though.
onward. Yeah, from this episode onward, it just gets bad.
Oh, you mean a cup. Oh, here you go. It's like, okay,
And
cool.
but
So
again, when they
literally, they
keep
could
telling
have
that
just said cup.
story, yeah, and when they keep telling that story, it's like, oh no, then
Did
I
she
don't
make
want to
it
know,
out?
yeah, did you make it out? Of course, she made it out. And they repeat that joke, and there's this but interesting idea for an episode. I just don't. Again, I just feel like it.
I
Why
swear,
not
right?
make it an
Maybe
episode? Why not make it an
I
episode
did,
for the entire team?
I
Why
did
not?
like
Why not make it that?
I did like the jokes they did for Winger and Dak. At least the first time
Mhm.
when Dak was telling the story, and Winger was like, "No, that's not how it went." And then he tells his side of the story, and it's again not how it
And
went.
it's the exact same thing, only the roles
It's
were
the
reversed. Yeah,
exact
that
same
was
thing,
fun.
but instead of Dak, Winger,
I also
and the
like
sun.
though, it's I immediately saw this scene. I was like, I have to ask HC what he thinks about that scene where they make a joke where Dak's the one who does the, the big hero speech. And then it's like, wait a minute, that's not how it went. And then you see the exact same scene, but it's Winger who did the hero speech. And that's actually what
It's
happened. It's like, oh, I
yeah,
bet
that's
it's
HC's
like
going to
still not what
love that.
happened.
yeah, it's like considering like the truth is somewhere in the middle about this, because this guy says one thing, that other guy says another. I thought it was a funny exchange, but it kind of amplifies the problem I have, and that Winger is boring and little catchphrases is all he has and all we'll ever have, I suppose.
I
So
thought it was
yeah,
funny. Like, that was a joke for HC. We all know it. I see you, writers. I see you. You watch our podcast.
I
Our
know you.
very
they listen
popular
to the podcast,
podcast.
and maybe someone spied on my
Quote,
life and
unquote.
found out why, a reason why I think Winger is just cursed now, but who knows.
I will
Anyway,
say,
but
I
again,
mean,
fun idea. All I'll say is fun idea. Yeah.
with this
Execution.
episode, I kind of got bored halfway through. I kind of expected from the beginning that they were going to go over first how they met Summer, and then, which was probably going to be most of the episode, and then short stories about how they met the others, except Aggro. But no, it was literally just 20 minutes of looking back at how they met Summer, which
what's wrong with you?
Yeah.
We gotta save content for future seasons. This is gonna be a 20-season show, Ian.
Oh no. I don't think we would even be alive.
I feel like Summer also really easily was just like, oh yeah, my family didn't find me in like 2 weeks, so yeah, whatever, I'll go with you.
Yeah.
She tried
That was
hard
also
to
a
look
little
for them
weird.
on the one island she was on.
Yeah, she was able to fly, by
Also-
the way.
Credit to those pirates. They dedicated for spending weeks on an island hunting one little dragon when they had an entire pod that they could have went after.
Yeah, basically. Well, they didn't know. They don't speak dragon.
Fair. They definitely didn't see them fly
And,
off and
on
follow the
that
little
note,
one.
I just want to say that until this point, I was so happy that they kind of laid off the H2 jokes with Summer,
I love that.
and then the next three episodes happened.
Yep.
I love them though. They're wonderful.
No.
H2 on it.
They're
No,
wonderful in the
why?
same way the room is wonderful. It's so bad.
The thing is, they did it. They did it in the flashback, or well, the story they told. They did it in
okay.
there, which I thought. I thought that was placed fine, and then she kind of stopped doing that later. But no, apparently then she just did it for the other 3 episodes as well after this.
H2. Oh no, you didn't.
Yeah.
No, there were others. There were other variations.
Many.
But
Quite a few.
yeah, but
More than normal.
Anything else about How I Met Your Summer? Because
Maybe I'm
think-
remembering this wrong, but I swear, or I at least thought, maybe I just, again, wild theories, maybe I just convinced myself of something that wasn't there, but I swear, like, in the first season, they had talked about how they were all adopted by their mom, and their mom, the dragon mom, whoever this was, raised, like, Summer, Winger, Burple, and Winger. Maybe I'm wrong, though, and I'm just remembering that wrong, and they didn't mean all of the dragons, they just meant themselves, because I know they talked about it, but I don't know.
I don't
I don't
remember. I remember
remember.
them being raised by dragons.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, all I remember is that Dak and Lila were raised by dragons, but they don't necessarily specify when they met each
Mhm.
one.
Yeah, which is fair. Like,
yeah.
I thought this was a cool idea for an episode, and again, I'll admit I'm interested to see how they met Burple and Winker, especially Burple.
Yeah, but at the same time, though, I also kind of think that if we cut like
Cutter.
half of Burple,
No.
if we cut Burple's jokes in this episode, we could have done how they met
Oh yeah,
each one of them. But
And it
now
would've been
they're
better.
just gonna have an episode about
Let's-
that one, episode
let's-
about that one. And
let's-
it's just
let's be honest though. We all know how they met Burple. He was a bandit.
by accident.
No, he was a bandit.
Oh my god.
We all know it.
Oh. Yeah, I mean, there's no other explanation at this point. Honestly, with the seasons before, I would have been like, no, that's harsh. But with this season, yeah,
Winger's the one who
Yeah,
I'm
that's
wondering
fair.
because, like, that's a cool kid. You want to keep a cool kid like that. Burple, pat for you, buddy. You're trying.
No, because in this episode they were saying that they were raised by Winger's parents later
Mhm.
in deck.
Yeah, or
So,
by his mom.
I
yeah.
guess Winger's mum was then just like, okay, you've grown up. All right, go shoo or whatever.
Sounds
Yeah.
about right for dragons.
Yeah.
Heartless.
Heartless.
Anyway,
see dragon
moving on.
families together, do we? Except for
Speaking
Right,
of which,
right.
next episode,
Oh, yeah.
snooping around.
Wait a
Oh
minute.
yeah, I forgot
That
about
joke don't work too well. No, does it? Say heartless.
So, snooping around. Okay. So again, I already went on my rant about, okay, we have the yellow crystals. It can enhance Cutter's, sight.
Super
Super
side.
Shut up.
You got it.
Yeah,
We're making
but,
that joke because the show made this
but-
joke
yeah,
many
but like,
times.
we get
Yeah, every
this.
time we have to add another super.
hmm
Yeah, but then we get this and nothing else. What does the yellow crystal do for aggro? We don't know. What does it do for Winger? We don't know. What does it do for Summer? We don't know. Burple?
Well-
No. Anyone else? No.
I mean,
So,
well, they did
and
try it.
afterwards,
Summer had it, and
they
she didn't
did-
see anything extra. So I mean, I think it's just it's a Winger
Yeah.
crystal, or no, fuck it,
Oh,
it's a
you
Winger
see.
crystal.
It's a cutter.
Cutter crystal.
Why do
But
you
you
mix
see-
up my boy Cutter?
I know he's my
But you
favorite too,
see-
and I did him dirty like that.
But you see, here's the thing: if it is supposed to be just a cutter crystal, then I didn't get an implication. I just figured maybe it impacts the other dragons in other ways. Maybe it enhances another ability. But guess
like
we
how
don't
there's-
know.
Specific performance enhancers for specific dragons.
I mean, it's a yellow crystal, yellow-ish dragon. You know,
But they all
that's
have
kid
yellow
show
eyes.
logic, isn't it? I mean, honestly, I
Well-
wouldn't be surprised if Winger got like a blue crystal and Burple got a purple crystal.
Well, no, we've already seen the blue
Oh,
crystal. That
aggro.
works on everybody,
Oh yeah, the blue crystal works on everybody.
and the red crystal
Well-
takes everyone's powers away.
Yeah, so apparently it's not Aggro's color anymore.
Our color is brown, we all know
So, can I just say that at the beginning of this, the rescuers are freaking dicks to Snoop?
I mean, yeah, but that was because of the previous seasons, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, but also it's like he comes in, it's like, I want your help, and their choice is to like go to this maneuver of freaking scaring him away, which honestly is.
I don't think he started with "I need your help."
Yeah.
I think he started with "Hi." That was
And then they
it.
chased him. Yeah.
Yeah, but also
Jeez.
high is not really. I don't know. Anyway, though, so he hires them. He pays for them. Yes, and he tells
Hires.
them that he needs to find his kids because his wife left them with them. Two of them
No.
disappeared because they
No.
didn't go.
Snoop is the uncle, not his kids.
I don't care.
But he is taking care of them, and he does lose them. Once more proving dragons are heartless. Who loses kids? Granted, the kids might be able to go invisible,
Humans.
sure, but I mean, come on, who loses invisible kids?
Invisible kids.
Wolf, when
Everybody.
you have invisible kids one day, you're gonna take them back.
You're gonna take them back. Oh my god. Calm down.
No,
Not what I meant, but
if I had
sure.
invisible kids, I would just
So-
lose them and then forget about them. Like, oh well.
Back in.
Oh no, that's a bad joke. Bad joke.
Anyway.
Anyway, moving on. We're terrible here.
Next episode.
Oh, so we're just skipping this. Okay,
I mean,
so in episode 5.
It's okay. I like
So-
Snoop. He's the fun uncle. That's about all I can say.
Yeah,
fair.
honestly, I kind again, it's one of those kind of like Purple, like the joke that he just keeps forgetting stuff inside, and he goes, "I did this," but then I remember. But then it's like at some point it was just like, okay,
Yeah, that was
I
also
get
a
it.
little annoying. And it was like,
And
oh,
then
but they do the opposite of. I mean, honestly, the first time he said that line, I was like, that is the that is this episode.
Yep.
That's the solution of this episode.
They're-
Once he said
just
that,
tell
I
them
was
what you
like, well,
do want them. Tell them what you don't want them to do.
Yeah,
yeah,
I was
tell them what
already
you do
like,
want them to
that's the
do.
solution.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, that's such a standard thing.
Yep.
So
disappointing.
episode 5,
And it's a bad thing to
oh,
teach kids,
bother.
by the way.
Also, that,
Psychological manipulation of kids. Don't do this.
I will.
Yeah, so
So episode 5, oh bother, which is what I say whenever I know I need to do a podcast about this with Wolf.
we get to
But
meet Elbone's
in the
brother,
context of-
Albone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
Albert,
this
who, by the way, got mentioned in this season before this episode.
Hmm.
continuity.
I know, right? And they didn't tease him; they actually showed him in this season. So you cannot, you have to give him that.
If only this episode was anything funny or interesting, but
I mean,
no,
I want to
honestly,
point out.
aside from Dagger from Doggards going to having a vacation by letting Albon be chief.
Yeah, it was just
Nothing-
like, all right, well, this is your problem now. See ya.
And no, and when he announces that Albon is replacing him, everyone is like, oh, and then there's just this one kid going, yay! That's it. That was the only part that actually made me laugh.
That was really good. I also love that his only solution to impressing his brother is just like, yeah, I'll give everybody the day off. You know, that's.
I want to point
what was
out.
the day called again?
I have no something with brother. I don't know.
No.
No, you mean
what do they
where
call the
everyone got the
day?
day off? It's Hooky Day.
Yeah, Hooky Day. Yep.
I want
Why
to point out,
Hooky
by
Day?
the way, Albone is played by another Scrubs actor.
Oh,
No.
just so happens.
Yeah, it's Donald Faison. I hope I pronounced his last name right. The guy who played Turk in Scrubs.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting.
That is great.
So that's
gonna
another
be
Scrubs
honest.
actor we have.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he got in contact through what's his name?
Oh,
John
C. McGinley. Yeah.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if they got him through him.
Probably. But hey, I mean, hey, fair play to
It
them.
was just
They got
it
to
was
eat.
just like it was just like, oh yeah, we need an actor for this kid show. It'll be some good fun.
And some good money, I'm sure, too. So, hey, you know what? Fair play to them. Got to eat, right?
Yeah. I mean, hey, more reason Rescue Riders is just good. It's just great.
Mm-hmm. They have, eventually the
But
entire
then
cast
again,
of
this
Scrubs will be in
episode-
Rescue Riders, and that'll just be the new Scrubs.
I'm sure that's
Although
what they're
Scrubs has ended
aiming
for quite some time now.
Crab rescue doctors.
Rescue Doctors, yes.
Except with dragons.
Yeah.
DreamWorks, call us. We give you the best ideas.
Rescue Doctor
No.
Dragons.
Aside from the Shrek car, we
Yo,
didn't give them
rescue
one good
Dragon
idea.
Doctors. Dragon Doctors. What a great idea for a show. More adult. It's way more about the comedy. It'd be perfect, DreamWorks. We got you.
Oh, what are the chances? Sorry, real quick side tangent to the Nine Realms. What is the chance that they're gonna be like, oh no, a dragon is sick, let's get him to a veterinarian? How big is the chance that they're gonna make that joke?
I would love it. But we have to
They're
let
gonna do that.
the
Well,
entire episode is
we'll
built around the idea of not letting the veterinarian know they're working on a
It's a
dragon.
dragon.
Anyway,
I would love it.
mo-
I would
Rescue
love
I
it.
Riders.
guess,
That's our bet.
Yeah,
guys.
for sure.
So
Yeah, hello.
let's move on to the season finale. Search for the Sunken. I'll
Sick.
just come out and say this. Someone in a writing room got paid to call a Viking version of Atlantis Volantis.
Genius. Pure, unadulterated genius.
Oh, I just got it. All right. Yeah, all right.
What the fuck am I supposed to say about this? This is so.
Yo, I'm going to blow your minds right here, right now.
Mm-hmm.
Atlantis, right? Bear with me now. Stick with me. You with me?
Atlantis.
No, Volantis. Volantis. We're talking
Oh,
about the
Volantis.
Viking
All right.
city
Yeah,
in
all right.
Riders
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Rescue
yeah.
Riders, right? Volantis. It sunk into the ocean. No one lost it. They've recorded stuff on stone tablets, and it's a city that was all about, how Viking and dragon got along.
It's Berk, right?
No. It's not just Berk, all right? That's too easy.
Oh God.
All right, you got to stick with me here. Volantis
Okay.
Oh no.
is old Berk when it was burned down by the dragon hunters in the
Yeah,
third
that's
movie.
what I meant.
Oh, it is what. All right,
That's
so
why
you
I
already beat
said
me to
Berk,
it. You already,
not-
you get it. You're good then. It's not new
It
Berk.
was
It's
so-
old
it-
Berk.
I
Which-
don't know
Boom.
about that.
So Rescue Riders
know,
is set
when-
in the future,
Okay,
and
I don't know
Hutsgalore
about
is
that.
where old Berk was. Boom.
I would see your point, and I even thought about it when the idea of a last Viking city with the secrets about all the dragons, when this idea was brought up, I also thought they were going there. But considering the shape of it once they actually go there,
You're taking this.
Considering, like, how
You're
the-
taking this seriously. Oh.
well, if they're gonna do it, then you know what? I'm gonna fucking point it out. This looks nothing like old Belk.
I mean, I'm
So,
just
no.
joking. I don't mean anything I say.
What? So you don't mean that you like Rescue Riders? Come on, man.
No comment.
This
Didn't
is
say
second.
that.
This is the second time you've disappointed me.
No comment.
I am not going to comment as
No.
well.
The-
But
I mean, one thing I do have to say about this episode is, really, Burple's back burp.
that thing.
Some writers sitting in a room really
Really?
clever, like, we made a way to make a fart joke without calling it a fart joke. Boom.
Still a freaking fart joke.
Basically,
It's a back burp.
I mean, it's a back burp. Yeah,
I'm gonna go around
it's
calling
just-
farts back burps from now on.
yeah.
Nice back burp. I heard that one. Cool.
I heard that.
Say that in public. How well does that go for you? People are not gonna think you're weird at all.
Back burp.
So, but Bubble gets this, and Summer gets that sonar, and the
Where
others
did they get that
stuff.
from?
Yeah,
Where did they get the sonar from?
Hey,
Obviously,
give them
not-
credit. They didn't
obviously
give the
not-
sonar to Winger, so
That's fair. That's fair.
more
See,
power.
Although, by the way, didn't we see this season? I don't know which episode. Didn't we see that Winger's blast is sort of electricity?
Yeah, that's the effect he has from the blue crystals, and yeah, this was obviously
From the
a
Mega
Jupiter
Blast, yeah.
reference.
The Mega Blast has that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
His power
So
blasts, not plasma blast, power blast.
power blast.
Mhm. Which
So-
sounds like I don't know why it sounds like a Mega Man move.
It does.
Well, he is blue.
So why did they specifically put that detail in of electricity? I'm just saying.
Because Toothless
because
stole
they
it from
need
Winker. Because Toothless is a wannabe Winker.
Right. Oh yeah, that was the.
But
that was it.
but then again, I also want to kind of point out that okay, they make this thing that Summer is the one that can hold her breath on for the longest time, right? So, but apparently Bubble can also kind of do it with using his stomachs.
Yeah, he has 4 stomachs, so he
But
can hold more air.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
also really confused me. That's not how breath works.
Well, I mean, you're caught up. That's not how breath works. Vikings invented scuba gear. I mean, the scale here.
but then, and let's
Wait,
talk about that.
didn't How to Train Your Dragon do that? Didn't
No,
Race to the
Hiccup
Edge do
invented a
that?
submersible. This is why
Yeah,
Rescue Riders is better, because they invented scuba gear, actual scuba gear and helmets. They could swim
I'm gonna
underwater with
round
their
kick
helmets that
you
could
at
hold
some
air.
point.
Hiccup only invented like a submersible and sealed himself in a little metal ball. Wow, Hiccup.
Yeah, all right.
So low
Yeah.
bar. Jeez.
Yeah,
Get on
fair
Rescue
enough.
Riders level.
They didn't even think of oxygen in Race
Even
to the Edge.
evil
Okay.
Hiccup can make better inventions than you, Hiccup. Man.
And
Wait,
what-
this wasn't
you
evil
know,
Hiccup, didn't
the thing is, Mr. Evil Hiccup wasn't in this season besides the one episode.
But we saw
so,
3 of his inventions at least. So,
and all of them
Wait, what?
failed.
he invented on the first episode. He showed 2 of his inventions to Chief Ingrid. She didn't want any of them. She called them junk, obviously not respecting the genius. And then we saw in the intro 3 of his mechanical dragons. It's, yo, Hiccup, where's your mechanical dragon at? Huh?
This is true.
Mm.
Well, no, he did one for Homecoming.
Aight, fair. You get a pass, Hiccup. You're 1 notch better than what you previously were. That ain't saying much, though.
I'm just, I mean, didn't look as much like a dragon than
Yeah, see, so less points. Hiccup, you get a D+. Magnus gets a C-. Rescue Riders, though, they get an A because they invented scuba gear.
No.
Wolf gets an F-.
Wolf.
I mean, that's fair.
Yikes. What is your feedback?
The feedback
Be less
is
bait.
he's speaking a lot of wrong.
No.
Anyway.
wrong. Okay. Yeah, that's always the feedback. I love
He's
to
speaking
get
a lot
back.
of wrong, says the
just
man
wrong.
on a podcast and review for Rescue Riders. Because you know, just as much as I do, that Rescue Riders gets more views than any other How to Train Your Dragon thing we've reviewed thus far.
Yeah, and the Transformers.
I
movies
wonder
made
how much this is
$1
gonna get.
billion. It doesn't make him good.
I hope it gets a lot. I don't know, but I hope it
Oh
does.
man, I really do. Really.
The only way people will prove me wrong is if 9 Realms gets more views than Rescue Riders episodes do.
I mean,
Oh,
I think
no.
with Rescue Riders, we did it on the first day it came out, right?
That's
Or
the
like
plan for
second
9
or
Realms
third.
if we can make it.
Kinda.
So,
So, I mean,
this is up to you, ladies and
saying.
gentlemen. You have to prove which one is better. Otherwise, we're always going to know that you all like Rescue Riders more than How to Train Your Dragon, the films, than Riders of Berk, Defenders of Berk, Race to the Edge. You have to
saying.
prove us wrong. We're just saying. We're just saying.
you might like it more than Homecoming, though. I mean, that's
No, Homecoming did pretty good. Or which
yeah,
one?
I liked
No,
it too, but a lot of people didn't.
but at the same time, Homecoming got more views than all of those things too. I just,
Well, shit.
I was going to say he wasn't talking about the quality of the actual special. He was talking about the views of the Berkcast episodes on
that's
them.
how you judge the quality of How to Train Your
that's
Dragon
how
things.
You judge.
You know,
That's how you
which
judge
Berkcast
popularity,
episodes
at least.
get the most views, and the people have spoken that Homecoming and Rescue Riders is better than, How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, and 3, all the other shorts, and the shows.
Before someone is gonna get hurt, let's just close the season.
No, they want more of this. They want more of this. That's what I've decided.
Where's your
Okay,
more at?
then I
Come
don't
on.
know anymore.
We're waiting.
So
What else do you have to say
that
on Rescue Riders,
octopus. Can we
Ian?
talk about? Can we talk about the octopus? Can we talk about that damn octopus? I love
octopus.
them.
The octopus was alright. I don't know what else to say about the octopus.
And you know, considering it
This is
doesn't
our
talk,
logo.
I
We're
hope
talking
for
about
a
an
spin-off
octopus in a
Rescue
show.
Rider. Hold on, Rescue Riders: How to Train Your Octopus, which focuses on this guy because damn, he was great.
We need an episode about the octopus. I do agree. Also, eels are really
And
smart in this show.
yeah, like, well, I guess you know they're underwater. They need some sort of threat, so eels are the villains now. But on that note, notice how when they came into the water, you know, they have their helmets with like a full tank of oxygen, and then when they left that library, the oxygen level was really low, but they managed to get out of it and back for like in a few seconds. Like, yep, that's how it works.
Yeah, of course. They already knew the way.
Again,
Mm.
showing Vince scuba gear. This is your problem. The balance here. The scale is
With-
off.
With, by the way, a skill that shows how much oxygen you have left. I don't know how.
Yeah,
How did they do
yeah.
that?
They even had like a literal thing that shows you exactly how much oxygen is left. They invented that as well, which I'm pretty sure something like that wasn't invented until much further after.
Man, what was John Michel? I think the underwater explorer. I'm sorry, dude. You need to take a few notes from Rescue Riders about the diving gear.
I'm just saying.
They also dived in their own, you know, just regular clothing. They didn't even get anything particular to wear. So I mean, again, balance here. What are we calling out here at this point?
Yeah, it's yeah.
Listen, this
Also,
isn't
by the way,
real. This isn't logical. This doesn't make no sense. This is not scientifically proven. This is false.
by the way, they bothered to animate everything like really slow, as in the dragon movement and stuff. But then, you know, pots just fall and break underwater.
Because
you know,
the plot demands it. So what can you do?
The plot demands the pot.
breaks.
Speaking of which, we didn't talk about this, but I do think that like in terms of animation, now that you mentioned it, I think the models look a bit better, but the animation itself is kind of the same level.
Yeah,
Really? I didn't notice much different.
I
Like
honestly
I'm
didn't
not,
either.
I'm saying a bit. You know, just in terms, something about these models looked a bit better to me, but I don't know. Maybe
I mean,
I'm just
they
imagining
might
things.
have. I just didn't notice it myself.
No, same. I mean, yeah, the animation was still basically the same as the previous seasons.
Which isn't bad. I mean, it's still it's
Not bad.
serviceable. Right?
It gets
it's really
the job done.
It does quite well for what they use it for. Which
The characters
fair play.
are
But
very
the
expressive.
season ends, though. Season ends with them escaping the library, and just when they thought they lost all of the information that was there, Burple reveals that he kept some of the journal entries that they found, and now I guess they are building up for the next season where they're gonna figure those things out.
Yeah, they left a few
He-
things up for like what looks or seems to be future episodes. Like we have other crystals we could go through potentially. We have the information from the library, and we have like pirate Viking
clips in
lady,
the intro that we
Spanish
didn't
pirate
see.
Viking lady, you know,
Oh
doing
shit!
a thing.
I forgot about this. That like
Oh, no.
that like there was the episode you know in episode 4 that when Carter sees her and she's like I don't think she can see me. And then she just gives him that like I have my eyes on you. And then she flips out. She flips out of the way,
yeah.
and we never see
Oh
her.
yeah.
It also plays her little
yeah.
What was
Spanish
that?
like you know sting too when she flips out of the way because you can hear that
Yeah,
from that far
frickin'-
away.
Frickin' Miranda, just out of nowhere. I
Yeah,
did
what the
love
hell
that
was she
joke.
doing there?
I did love that joke that Cuddle was just like, did she just look at me? Nah, she can't see me. And he zooms in again, and she's just like, I see you.
Yeah, and then she
Also,
flips out of the.
Miranda?
Yeah, she's just burying something.
Miranda, though? Morena.
Mhm.
Oh, Morena.
Morena, that's her
Remember,
name, not
she's
Miranda.
Spanish pirate Viking lady. How? Don't know. Makes sense? Absolutely.
Yeah, of course it makes sense. Why are you doubting it?
It's true.
Anyway, anything else
I'm
to
glad we
say
got to
before
see
we
her at
close
least.
up? Mhm.
No.
I mean,
No.
fun episode. I hope we get more episodes. Or fun season. I do hope we get more episodes or more
I
seasons.
think by this point we do just a bit more of a heads up next time that Peacock
I
or
mean,
Universal.
again, if we don't, it would be really crazy because again, they do show you stuff in the intro that we've not even seen yet. It would be crazy to
Yep.
do that and then just do nothing with that. But I guess it's possible if this doesn't do well or if Peacock just dies, which is also possible.
I feel like they're working on another 6 episodes, so it's
At the
very likely
least.
that the time span between season 1 and season 2 is probably about the same that we're gonna
Or-
get between
or-
these 6 episodes and the next 6.
Or at least another 4 episodes, right? Because there was 4 scenes, so there's at least another 4 episodes to give a 10 episode season, which would be pretty standard at this point, I would say, for most stuff. If we get 12, great.
Yeah, the Netflix episode seasons were 12, so I'm guessing that
But-
they would work in that.
Well, I'm just saying, like, there's been a lot of shows recently that have been coming out where it's been less than 12 and more around 10 or so around that area. So maybe we'll only get 10
Yeah,
episodes.
it's. mm,
There's no standard
knows?
set, but it seems like 10 has become the standard all of a sudden right now.
Mhm.
Who knows?
That is true. Guess we'll wait and see. So I guess that's all for this episode of the Berkcast. We hope you enjoyed. What did you think about this new season of Rescue Riders Heroes of the Sky? You can tell us all about it in the comment section below, on our Tumblr, which is Berkcast Team, and on our Twitter, which is Berkcast with a capital B, capital C. Ian, where can the people at home find you?
At Inch26 on Twitter, or look at my Hat Train Dragon Quota website at barfandbell.ch.
Which might actually have Rescue Riders quotes in there now. I don't know. Maybe.
Sadly, it doesn't.
Missing out.
So
I know.
until next time,
H2 on it.
I was HC.
I was Wolf.
Ciao.
See ya. Bye-bye.
See you later, people. Bye bye.